In speaking of a century later, Bediuzzaman is referring to a century after 1910, in other words, to 2010. In calculating the abjad value of verse 32 of Surat al-Taba in his first ray, Bediuzzaman provides important information about a number of dates. Among the dates he mentions are Hijri 1324, Hijri 1354, and Hijri 1284. But the abjad value to which Bediuzzaman is referring in the term a century later is 1910 AD. I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed Satan. They desire to put out the light of Allah with their mouths, and Allah will not consent save to perfect His light, though the unbelievers are averse. Surat at-Tawbah 32. It now occurs to mind that if each of the letters Mim and Lam bearing the gemination mark are counted as two, the people who will dissolve the oppressions a century later may be the disciples of Hazrat Mahdi, peace be upon him. Anyway, there are many secrets within this luminous verse. If each of the letters Mim and Lam bearing the gemination mark are counted as two, the Master speaks of counting the letters Mim and Lam bearing the gemination mark in the sentence, "They desire to put out the light of Allah with their mouths, and Allah will not consent save to perfect His light," from the verses two each. Words containing Lam with the gemination mark: Allahi, Allahu, Illa. Word containing Mim with the gemination mark: Yutima. When the letters Lam and Mim are counted twice, the abjad value of this sentence of the verse emerges as 1910. A century later. As our Master Bediuzzaman says, since the abjad value emerging when the letters Lam and Mim bearing gemination marks are counted twice is the date 1910 AD, the Master's reference to a century later means a century after 1910 AD. In other words, the date to which our Master is referring in the word later is AD 1910, and a century from 1910 gives the date 2010. 1910 plus 100 equals 2010. The people who will dissolve the oppressions may be the disciples of Hazrat Mahdi, peace be upon him. This means that the dissolution of oppression, its coming to a complete end, will happen 1 century after Bediuzzaman's time, not during it, in other words, in the 2010s, and will come about through Hazrat Mahdi, peace be upon him, and his followers. Therefore, by Allah's leave, the 2010s will be when Hazrat Mahdi, peace be upon him, and his followers completely neutralize all oppression.